right, you guys, when you hear that intro, you know what time it is. It is the Locker Room Show, and it looks like we just lost our guest, but I'm sure he'll be joining us back again shortly. That goes to show you, you guys, that we're live and ready to go. So we're excited, man, about tonight's show. We were just talking to our guest behind the scenes. Q, there's football on the man. We're in the heat of the season, brother.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Hey, listen, it's a lot of teams you would think wouldn't be in the position they are. And, man, that's the thing I got to love about football. There's been a lot of teams that's been on top for a long time that's struggling right now. Struggling. So it's a long season, man. We about maybe a third of the way through. But it's going to be interesting to see when we get midway through the season. And then towards the end of the season, you know how everything pans out right now.
Definitely. I'm going to check on Jamie while we're chatting. But just like Q said, you guys, some of you guys were thinking maybe you were going to have the season of your dreams. It's not turning out that way. Some of you guys are right on track, you know. So that's what the Locker Room Show is all about. So we can talk about it and get it going. We got a great guest tonight, and I'm sure he'll be joining us right back here shortly. 1 second. All right. Make sure he's got everything there. So we're going to get into a few things tonight, you guys. Once again, we got our host, Jamie Winborn, coming on. This is somebody that was a 10-year vet in the NFL, and he's looking forward to sharing a lot of sauce with you. And then we've got some key topics. So if you're joining us for the first time, sit back, relax. Some of you guys probably got TV on too, watching the game. So you're in the right spot. We got our topics on the bottom of the screen. So everything we're going to cover is right there for you to see. And we're going to get in and we're going to get out. I see some people already coming into the comment section. And that is the great Coach Falls. It is Thursday. You know what that means. Yes, indeed. Edutainment. And we're going to be rocking and rolling. So let me make sure Jamie is good to go here. And we're set. Because we just had him backstage. Hopefully nothing major happened with Jamie. But as far as while we're waiting on him, Q, you know, we got the cleats giveaway tonight.
Hey,
man.
We're announcing the winners tonight.
We're announcing the winners tonight. So we're not playing around. If you guys are in the running and you've already put your name in the hat, and you're ready to go. But tonight, you guys, we are doing the cleats giveaway, and we're going to be rocking and rolling with it. So hopefully we'll get Jamie back on here shortly. And then once again, cleats giveaway is a raffle. There's more than one prize. So stay tuned for the whole show because we're going to do that at the end of the show. And there's 3 winners. So don't just think if you don't get a grand prize, which is cleats, custom cleats by the great Matt Bustamante, and then also a back plate. If you want to look dripped and draped, then you gotta make sure you stay till the end of the show. So hopefully my man's internet didn't go down or nothing. We gonna have to solve regardless for you. But
he must be an Android user. That's what happened.
That might be it.
I bet he's an Android.
He got to get on this Apple.
Man, you got to come over to the light, man. You got to let the Android go, man. I'm telling you, it's problems.
Right at showtime too. So, and Jamie he was ready to go. He had the whole setup, y'all. So I know this wasn't on purpose. So we'll have him on here shortly, hopefully. But you know, while we're getting into it, and waiting for him, we might as well get into it. Once again, you guys, thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Coach Terrence Wood. That is the great Q, the guru with the KU hat on, an alum. And we're supposed to be bringing in the great Jimmy Winborn. He was with us backstage. And then, unfortunately, as the show started, 10-year vet. But he's going to get on. And if we don't have him tonight, we'll have him another night. But let's get right into it while we're waiting on him, Q, because we do have some topics, man, that are pretty big. You know, and we want to cover it for the people. This first one, you know, we're gonna save up here. Here he comes on now. Let's get Jamie on. Q, I'm gonna switch you back off. Okay?
Wonderful. Let's get it.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Big Jamie.
All right, man. Fine, I'm back, man. They say my internet was strong on one. I was like, man, I got to switch to the other one right quick.
There you go. There you go. Well, we're setting up, and we got you, baby. And we already gave you the nice intro. We gave you the intro.
Okay.
Let's get right into it, man. For those that are just joining us, once again, we've got the great Jamie Winborn with us. You guys, this is somebody that was a phenomenal football player, a linebacker at Vanderbilt, playing in the tough SEC. He went on to be drafted by the 49ers, my hometown team out here in the Bay Area. Played for a number of teams, 10-year NFL vet. Was on the all-rookie team. So this is somebody that has been through the trenches and came back on the other side victorious, you guys. And I'm excited to talk to him tonight. So thank you for joining us tonight, Jamie.
No problem, man. Glad to be here, fellas.
Man,
definitely.
You see, I'm rocking my San Fran. You know, I gotta rock the San Fran.
There you go, the team that drafted you. So let's get into it, man. For those that are just joining us, once again, I'm your host, Coach Terrence Wood. That's Q the Guru. All of our topics are right there on the bottom. And the first thing I wanted to start off with, Jamie, was actually the football success, man, because very few are going to be able to accomplish what you've been able to accomplish. Many dream of it, but very few accomplish it. And 10 years, that means it was no fluke. That means that there was talent involved. There was hard work. There was probably massive dedication, man. So when you think back on your career, give me 2 or 3 things that you really think were defining moments or defining things that helped you survive so long.
The main thing I think is, number one would be determination, man. You kind of gotta want it, I think you can kind of make it through high school sometimes. And, guys are just, that much better than other guys out there, but once you get to the college level, you're playing against much, much better competition. So, your determination is going to become, one of the main things that you're going to have to decide. Hey, do I really want to do this or do I not? You know what I mean? And number 2, would be just effort. It's easy to coach somebody that gives 100% effort at all times. If you're going to be wrong, go 100%, out, go 100% wrong. You know what I mean? Can't be a lazy person loafing and stuff like that. And one of the third thing I think, you got to be able to navigate. When I say that, I mean politically, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of politics that people don't talk about within football. Like, for instance, one coach smarting off to the wrong coach or any coach, and that word getting around or any of that can screw you up for good. Because, college coaches, high school coaches, those guys, they have your whole future in the palm of their hands. So when I speak of navigate, learn how to navigate, that means pick your battles. You know what I mean? You got to pick your battles. You want those guys to speak real highly of you. So, they kind of call it, sometimes some players be like, oh man, I ain't no sucker. I ain't this and that. Well, guess what? You should be. You should be, because that person is just at that high of a level. They have just that much power in their hands, to propel you forward, because a coach is not going to come down and just say, oh, they don't just skip the coaches and start and just want to talk to the player. They ask the coach. They asking the coach first. Yeah. And if that coach puts up a brick wall on you right there, you will never get found. They will never talk to you. They won't care or anything. It's kind of like the grades.
Did somebody tell you that though, Jamie, or did you kind of just figure that out on your own?
Well, I had a lot of people telling me that, but I kind of grew up different. You know what I mean? I grew up the hard, kind of I want to say a blue collar type working person. I picked peas, watermelons, all that stuff growing up. You know what I mean? Put wood in the woods. So I understood, just work hard. You just do what you're told and do it at a high quality. Yeah. And so that part was already in me. There was nothing else for me to do. If I did anything, I felt like, why waste my time? I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. But I think, especially now with these kids and social media, you say back in the day, you could say something, nobody ever heard or anything. Now everything's on camera. So when I speak of navigate, that means in all areas, not just on the field. That's off the field. That's on social media, all of this stuff. Be wary of where you are and what you're doing and saying on camera, because they take that little small tidbit out of a sentence that you said, and now you're being painted as something totally different. And you don't want to have to fight the media as well. So
Right.
Okay.
I think in today's time, those are the main things I would tell a person. Well, that's what I tell the kids that I talk to. I mentor quite a few guys, and I tell them that.
Okay, that's amazing right there. So, hey, you young athletes out there, he's talking about navigating the politics. He's talking about that work ethic, things that we talk about right there. You're getting it from a 10-year NFL vet. So take it to the bank. We're going to our next topic, you guys. And this one was one that definitely caught my attention. And for some of you young athletes out there, this is a hot button topic, but it's looking like the NCAA is possibly going to remove the cannabis testing as far as with the athletes at all three levels. So Division I, Division II, Division III. This is currently on the docket as far as what they're talking about. The NFL hasn't totally eradicated testing, but it's a lot more lenient than when you were playing, Jamie. So I want to ask you guys, and I'll start off with you, Guru. Is this a plus for these kids not to be tested, these athletes, or do you think this is a negative?
I think it's a negative. Reason being is because you already in school. A lot of times you're away from home, and this is a way to further get out of control. Now, some kids, they may be able to handle it, but most athletes aren't Percy Harvin. Most people can't blow one and go get 3 tubs. That's not going to happen. Or you blow one and throw for 400 yards. It's going to be the opposite. You see what I'm saying? So we know that as far as medicinal purposes, absolutely, cannabis has a ton of benefits, but you're talking about, 8, 17-year-olds through 21, 22 years old. That's a means of getting out of control, making bad choices, possibly. But then too, because of NIL, it's going to be a lot of these companies that are going to be reaching out to these kids too. So I guess that's a little bit of a plus, because you definitely will see that. Definitely will see that in Colorado, T. So for sure. So, and everywhere out west in California, Arizona as well. But actually smoking or whatever, and trying to, handle your business in season, especially. I don't know how they can do it. So I don't see it being a good thing.
And just to be upfront, don't know if they're gonna, because right now NIL deals, no legal marijuana, no on the street marijuana, no alcohol, no sex industry stuff right now with NIL. So I don't know if this changes that portion of it, but They're talking about stopping to test the athletes. So Jamie, obviously we've all been through drug tests as football players. Do you think this is a positive at the college level or a negative?
Man, I think it's a complete negative. I mean, and I say that for a couple of reasons. Number one, what Guru was just saying, not everybody is going to be able to go out there and smoke and go out and perform at a high level, right?
Good point.
That's just setting everybody up. You open the floodgates for that, right? And second of all, legislative wise, you're setting the kids up as well. So what colleges can smoke and which colleges can't? Because in some states, this kid's riding around with a half ounce of weed and he get pulled over, he's screwed. You know what I mean? So why even open that up to these kids? They already have so many options and stuff right now. I just kind of feel like they're really that would really be taking the learning curve out of college. College is for learning how to become a man, how to be on your own for the first time, and manage your work, time management and stuff like that, and just allowing them and saying, okay, it's cool, it's okay to smoke weed and all that. At least test them, because guess what? Be smart enough to know, hey, this is when you can and this is when you can't. Be smart enough to even navigate that. You know what I mean? But when you just open the floodgates for these kids, you're just gonna find a lot of kids just falling off from it. I know, 15, 20 guys that were hell of athletes, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
they got to smoking the weed, and it's like they lost the motivation. They smoke the weed, they get a good girlfriend, they getting a little, you know, having sex, and they feel like that's the end of this is it.
Yeah.
And so they don't have the drive. They didn't have the drive to continue, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't agree with it. You know, my daughter's 18 now. He'll like, hey, listen, you better hide it from me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's all I gotta say. You know, because hey, when you after you're 21, 22, you know, you done graduated college. Hey, now do what you do. But until then, nah, man. Not as long as I'm still helping pay some bills. It's over. It's a wrap.
Right.
I heard that, and we got some people
right.
coming in the comment section. We got the great LaShawn B. Thanks for joining us. Negative, saying flat out negative with the rule in place.
Yeah.
It helps athletes stay on the straight path and be able to focus on the goal at hand. It's going to make a new generation more lost than they already are. So that's some great facts right there. And then we've got Calvin and Tammy saying facts, Jamie, right there. You know, it's going to make it worse. So I thank you guys for joining us. And
yeah, that's my brother and his wife right there, Calvin and Tammy.
Nice.
What up, y'all?
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah, this is going to be an ongoing thing. It's not official. You parents out there, don't worry yet, you know, but this is on the docket. And like they were saying, in the NFL, you got to navigate the different dates when they're going to test you. Yes, but in college, they're talking about eradicating testing these kids. Wow. So, you know, that's the thing right there.
Hey, I'm telling you, but like I said,
they can look like Denver out there.
Hey, I'm telling you, but that's the thing too. Is like it's automatically 99.9% going to be used recreationally. Now, if you want to go the medicinal route only, okay, like in regards to you know, inflammation and things, that needs to go directly through the team doctor only.
Absolutely,
only.
Yeah.
But you just sitting around in your dorm and we got Clemson next, you know, tomorrow, and it's Friday night. Nah.
Yeah.
No point.
Yeah. It's not. I totally hear you guys on that one. And once again, that will be an ongoing topic in the locker room. We're on to our next topic, you guys, and thank you for joining us. Once again, I'm your host, Coach Wood. You got Q the Guru, and then the 10-year NFL vet. This is somebody that was on the all-rookie team, somebody that was laying people out between the gridiron, and that is none other than Jamie Winborn. So I wanted to really talk to you about this, man. I mean, Vanderbilt University, it's looked at as a down south Stanford, obviously very, very high academic standards. This isn't for everybody. A lot of kids get sent home out of Vanderbilt, and that was where you decided to hang your hat, Jamie, and call it home, man. So I wanted to ask you, obviously you must have been a decent student. Was that a factor in your recruiting decision, the academic standings of Vandy, or was it all football? Was it location? What was it about Vandy?
No, it was 100% academic. You know, I was able to go to other schools and stuff, but you know, when Vanderbilt came in, first of all, I didn't even know where Vanderbilt was. I had never heard of it or any of that. But my high school coach told me, he was like, dude, this school is tremendous. You know, it's an academic school. And you know, so I was like, well, where is it? He's like, Nashville. I was like, oh Lord, I don't know nothing about Nashville either. But I went to visit it, you know, and it was like, okay, I can get with this, you know, and it's 5 black colleges surrounding the university. I was like, yeah, I can get with that. I said, well, hey, you know, like I always knew it only take one coach to not like you and your football career is just dead, you know, but I wanted to be respected. Yeah, I just wanted to be respected for you know, academically. And it's crazy because now, you know, I see people and stuff, you know, and some people know and they'll be like, oh, you played in the NFL? I was like, yeah. Oh, what school did you go to? I was like, yeah, I went to Vanderbilt. And the whole conversation just changes. Mm-hmm. They know right off the rip, you know, you know, this ain't one of those. This ain't one of those guys you can play with stuff. He has made it and completed at a university that means something when you can come up out of there. And that's all I wanted was respect, you know, academically. And it was the best choice for me, I thought. And plus, hey, we play against all these other teams, Florida, Alabama, you know, Kentucky's and stuff like that, right? So LSU. So it don't matter who they came to see. If I'm out there, they're going to see me.
Right.
I heard that. I heard
Right.
that. Did you ever have any academic difficulties at Vanderbilt?
No, because once again, when we talk about navigating, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you got study hall early in the morning. They have all kinds of people there to help you, help you with your homework and stuff. If you need help, they're not going to do anything for you. Ain't no basket weavings or nothing like that at Vanderbilt. Let me just be clear about that.
Right.
But they are really on you, but they really help you navigate through. Like they'll give you information and say, hey, yo, you need to go and speak to your teacher. Make sure that they know who you are and stuff. But and that makes a difference when teachers are grading your professors are grading your papers and stuff, and they need to know that you're trying. So I had all the proper guidance. It was just up to me to exert that on into what my plan. And I did that. And I took that part very, very serious because I didn't know if the NFL was going to be something I could do or something like that. Yeah, I was in the newspaper when I was redshirted, all of that, but it's still far-fetched that,
Yeah.
And then and when I played my first year, I led the SEC. I was number 2 in sacks behind Javon Curse. I was freshman All-American, all these awards, all this stuff, ranked number 5 after that. And, and then I still didn't believe it. The next year, then I believed it, but I was really focused on my schoolwork, man, because, that was something important for my mom too and my family, I needed to get that.
Definitely. That's big right there. And obviously Vandy speaks volumes of the work ethic you were putting in off the field. Q, did you have any academic issues, man, coming out of East St. Louis to KU?
No, man. I mean, my mother was a teacher for 35 years, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My margin of error was
he can't come home playing.
Nah, man. My margin of error
was
in
that mailbox.
Ultra thin, like roach lips thin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going, it was all business, man, as far as academics. But again, like I tell a lot of young athletes, utilize, study hall, utilize if you do need a tutor for something that aren't quite grasping. Set your pride aside because you're here to make your grades as well. Utilize everything that they're giving you. That the faculty is there to help and want you to be able to finish school, as well as do well on the field too. So keep that in mind wherever you go to schools. Always utilize your what they're giving you as far as faculty.
No, that's a great point right there. And I see Afterlife Entertainment, Laugh Entertainment coming in. I think that might be my boy Carlos. And then we've got the great Coach Hughes say, I feel you, Q. My mom was a teacher at one point too. So Coach Hughes knows you don't play with them teachers.
No game.
Yeah. You ain't got no time right there. So we're on to our next topic, you guys, and we're rolling through. We know that some of you guys are watching football on the tube. We appreciate you rocking with us. Locker Room every Thursday. This one was one that caught my attention because CU, for those that don't know, is my old school. That's where I'm an alum of, and I'm definitely rocking with Coach Prime. And this one caught my attention this week, you guys. Obviously, the coaches do their presser each week, and they get asked about certain athletes. And Coach Prime was asked about one of his 5-star cornerbacks because they're struggling in the secondary. And Coach had this to say. I want you guys to check it out.
You mentioned last week that Cormani seeing the field is up to Cormani. I wonder if you could elaborate on what you want to see him do, one. And two, did he help his case?
Study, prepare. Study, prepare, be on time for meetings, show up to the darn meetings. Understand what we're doing as a scheme. Want to play this game, desire to play this game, desire to be the best in this game, at practice, in the film room, and on your own free time. You do know that I check film time for each player upon the week. Thursday, I need film times from the whole staff so I can see who's been preparing. And that's just not about Kamani. That's about a multitude of them. So if I don't see that you would be a fool to put somebody out there and they're unprepared. Can't do it. Won't do it. Can't do it. I'm old school. I'm sorry.
Did Oregon help in that regard? You got out there late?
What a score. Shoot. I started to put you out there at one point.
So there you have it, and Coach is obviously funny right there at the end. But I wanted to ask you guys, because you know Prime, he's going to tell you what's on his mind. He's going to keep it real. You got a true freshman that they were hoping a lot out of, but he hasn't really hit the field. Q, I'll start with you, man. Is Coach Prime in the right for putting him out there a little bit, or is he in the wrong?
No, he's 100% in the right. I mean, not only has he mastered the position that the kid plays, it's the fact that sometimes, and we've said this before, these 4- and 5-star kids, they come to college and they think, well, I'm a 4- or 5-star, I've arrived, and I'm just automatically supposed to be out there. And what they don't understand is, on that level, you can be a 2- or 3-star. But if I understand what you're doing before you do it, because I put in that time for film, then I'm gonna kill you out here. It's not even gonna be a challenge. So this kid, and basically what he's saying is, he wasn't trying to throw the kid under the bus, but his thing is, okay, he's a #1 DB in the country. We have to give him that. He achieved that. But now you hit the reset button and got to prove yourself all over again. But he's still on that high school mentality, and he doesn't get it. He hasn't been watching film, and it's gonna show. You can't get by alone on this level from D1, headed between D1 and the league. You cannot get along on talent alone. It's too much talent out here. You will find your nemesis, and you won't beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Not without film. Not
Coach
without
Hughes
preparation.
coming in, saying all Prime is asking for is commitment. We see the great Jimmy Rucker saying every 5-star athlete doesn't have 5-star work ethic. That's definitely facts. We've all seen that. And I want to throw it at you, Jamie. Do you think, I mean, this is a young buck. He's a baby still, 17 years old. There is code to a certain extent when it comes to how much you divulge. Do you think Prime was thumbs up or thumbs down on this one?
Oh man, he listen. Prime is thumbs up all the way. With this one, I mean, first of all, okay. This kid, when he recruited this kid, yeah, he was 5-star. Now Dion is, you heard the little laugh in the beginning. That's the same laugh I do every time somebody tell me a kid 5-star. Because 5-star of what? Of high school? Well, when you're not playing that anymore. I need to see 5-star when I need to see 5-star when you're out here on the college field.
Right.
Get what I'm saying? Because that's what does it translate over, right? Okay. And not down on the kid, because he's a kid, and he has the best teacher that he possibly could have. Like you said, Guru, he plays your position. He's the best to ever play the position that you want to
play. Right.
I'm definitely not making it to meeting on time. He's always been a stickler for that, even at Jackson State. You know what I mean? And he comes from the pros. Duh. You get penalized for that, right? So he's really just trying to teach this kid how to become a man. You know what I mean? Because guess what? And quite honestly, Prime might have saw the kid out here playing and said, this kid might not be as good as people think. But he didn't say that. But he said, in order to have a chance, we need you at the meetings. We need you to understand we don't want you to go out there as a cornerback and get ate up all day. You need to know the defense. You need to know what's going on. And I need to feel confident in you and putting you out there, because not only is it for your best sake, but I got a team of 50-something other players right here, or however many they have on college teams, and they putting the work in, the ones that are playing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's not fair to them to put you out here and let you screw something up, knowing that you didn't bring your butt to meetings on time and you missed meetings. So like that coach just said, I forgot his name. I think it was Rucker or what have you, but the commitment. And you have to buy in. And that's all he's asking. Can he make that transition week 3 and then week 6? Yeah, of course he can.
Yeah, absolutely.
But are you going to answer the call that Coach Prime is said? Now they put this kid, to me, the kid wasn't relevant at all. You understand me? Because you're not out there. right?
Yeah.
But now media is coming with it. So now
media.
Yeah, so now you have a little bit of flame. Let's see if you can answer the bell and come out there with your mind set on, let me show them that why I was a 5-star. And if he can do that, it can happen from week 3 to week 6. It can happen. And who knows, maybe we see the kid out there. You know what I mean? This may be what the kid needs a little bit too, to give him that push to go ahead and excel to the player that we think and thought that he could be.
Right.
Q, are you feeling a little personal if this is your kid? If you're the father, are you gonna let Prime do his thing?
No, I'm gonna let Prime do his thing. I'm gonna tell you why. Because any other coach, because he's a 5-star, would have threw him out there. They would have let him play it. And at the end of the day, you know what's gonna happen? His career, he'll probably go to the league. Yeah. He has the talent, but here's the thing. You know what he'll end up like? He'll end up like Johnny Football, or he'll end up like Jamarcus Russell. He'll be in and out. Why? Because they checking your play time. They're checking how you watching film too. Yeah, I know y'all saw the Johnny Football, the documentary, and remember they said when the Browns went back and they checked his tablet and it said 0.00. But this kid he was doing the same thing. So Prime is like, if you're coming to me and you're coming here to this university and you're telling me in my face you want to go to the league, I'm going to show you exactly what it takes. No matter if you are pissed off at me, you sit over here in timeout and you get yourself together and I'm explaining to you what you need to do and you're not touching that field until you do. Or this might not be the place for you.
Yeah.
But if you want to be that guy, I'll show you how to do that.
Listen, I'm and not to interrupt y'all too much, but if you ever get a chance, you should really listen to the story of Lindale White showing you. It was a show, the podcast that he and Chris Johnson were doing, and he was telling Chris Johnson how Reggie Bush became the starter. And it was when I speak about navigating, what I mean is, okay, so Lindale spoke about it and he was like, yo, I was kicking it with Snoop. I wasn't training at the facility. He was in shape, right? But Reggie Bush was at the facility. When the coaches walk by the room, guess who they see? They see him. Guess who they see working out? Guess who? You get out of sight, out of mind, right? And so he came when Lindale came back, guess what? They had put Reggie in the starting position. Wow. It wasn't a battle. You get what I'm saying? They just put him in, but that's what I mean when I say you got to navigate correctly and understand that. So what that kid needs to understand is, hey, be in there watching film, like Coach said, keywords, in your free time. Not when it's mandatory and the whole your whole group is watching it. Let me see you in here watching it and trying to understand it. Yeah. Go to Prime and say, hey, can you show me what it means when you say this right here? You got to take that extra effort and get in there because that will help him, But like you said, if that was my kid, first of all, the first meeting he late, you need to call my phone. And you ain't got to worry about him, coach, because I'm going to be up there and say, what is you doing?
Yeah.
You tripping, man.
Yeah.
Do you know you on the Colorado team, they get seen more than anybody out here. Like, you tripping, man. You gotta take this serious. This is a serious game.
He talking about you in front of the country.
Well, but this is the thing. You playing for the best that ever lived.
I can't understand it.
I don't need to say nothing else. You playing for the best that ever lived.
Yeah,
we got some.
But he may not like
here. Definitely,
he may not like. He and Deion may not get along that well. Just because he's the best don't mean. Because I played for Mike Singletary, and guess what? You don't see his jersey up on anywhere on my walls. Yeah. Because me and him don't get along, and I'm fine with that. He's a great player, but as a coach, he sucks.
There you go.
You heard it right here.
And that's why you're in the locker room, because you're gonna get the truth right there. You got the great sports agent Fletcher saying Winborn.
What up, Fletch, baby? I like to thank you, Fletch.
We gotta get him on the show.
Yeah, you need to.
See now I gotta call you out.
Yeah.
Now you gotta get on the show.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
Right
so there's your invitation. There's your invitation to the show, brother. And then we got Afterlaugh coming in and says, how does NIL deals affect the college game when players are getting six figures. And guess what? They're actually getting even more than six figures.
That. You mean
the quarterback at my alma mater is getting more than six figures. So it affects it definitely. You know, if you don't have it going in the hands of the right student athletes, it's going to affect it.
Well, I mean, I would think it creates a coach has a hard time, number one, keeping players stable and at the same team, you know, with the transfer portals and all of that. But I could only imagine some levels of jealousy and envy, and you know, and you have to keep a real tight cap on that. I mean, this guy has a bike. He's trying to get there. He barely has any money for lunches and stuff, you know, even though he eat it, the program, the facility is free. But here this guy's pulling up in a $400,000 or $500,000 car, or it don't matter, $80,000 car. And it's like, whoa, but we play in the same game and this you know, but I think the coaches, you know, I'm proud of them because we haven't heard many stories of negative stuff coming out of it. So that means they got a pretty good grip on it. And I know that's challenging because, I mean, how do you tell a kid, hey, you need to tighten up, you know, and he's making more money than the coach.
Literally, right? I think
pulling up better than the coach.
Hey, I think Twin Ewers, man, has got an Aston Martin or something crazy. Like you said, these boys got $300,000-$400,000 car, but it's how do you keep these kids grounded? You know, so that's the issue. You know, a lot of times it might not even be jealousy with the other teammates. It's as a coach, how do you keep grounded? Like you said,
on that topic of grounded, man, let's move on to the next topic. We were talking about Mel Tucker here. This is somebody, you guys, that was at my alma mater and kind of left us at the altar. And then he got a $90 million deal from Michigan State. And now he's lost the bag. He's lost the bag, you guys, and he wants it back. So he's talking about a lawsuit for a firing that shouldn't have took place, in his opinion. Now, for those that don't know, Mel Tucker had a young lady come talk to his team that had been sexually assaulted, actually, by football players, turned it into a positive where now she has a business, she's teaching, she's going from school to school, and supposedly there was some things that went on between Mel and this young lady that weren't supposed to go on, and Mel is married too. So it made the university look bad. The university got it leaked out, and now they're done with Mel. They're firing him, and they don't want to pay him any of the $78 million that he's owed. So we were just talking about the kids being ready for something, you guys, and here we have a coach that's that I've met personally that just fumbled it all. So I'll start with you, Q. Do we see Mel get to any of that $78 million that's remaining? And do we see Mel eventually coaching again at the Power 5 level in your mind?
He may get a portion of it, but I don't see him recovering that whole amount. As far as the Power 5 and you are African-American coach, I doubt it. You might be at South Dakota State, Montana, Wyoming or something, but no, as far as like a Power 5, I don't see it happening, man. And that, I mean, it's already hard enough. Man, you get one shot. Now when you, and it's unfortunate, it really is, but and it's really beyond even being an African American coach. But this type of mistake in particular, man, you a wrap, man. You stick a fork in him. You know, and here's the thing. He's not the first coach that's got, caught in regards to young ladies as well. I mean, my coach, Glenn Mason actually recruited me. That's why he had issues, and you'll constantly see that. This ain't the first or the last, man. This been going on, coaches with, it's about getting caught, but
yeah, absolutely.
Man. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, man. And that was that's possibly $78 million down the drain, Jamie. I mean, this is legacy money, man. We talking, you went to Vanderbilt. They don't make those mistakes at Vanderbilt. They're not with the legacy money, man. So do we ever see the great Mel Tucker, or the used to be great Mel Tucker? Do we ever see him coaching Power 5 ball again?
I mean, I hate to say never, because, the God, oh God Almighty, you know, he's very powerful. But given the circumstances, and you know, would a school want to take that risk at that level, and given the type of money he's probably going to want, as still, you know, he's still going to want some good amount of change, you know. I don't know, man. I don't think so. I don't think it's highly likely, right? I don't think that. But
not
as far
as a head coach, though, maybe.
Yeah,
as a
I just think that he's gonna have to take a rest for a while after this one right here.
Along.
Man. And the great Jimmy Recker says, no, Mel Tucker will be at University of Georgia Bankhead before he's coaching Power 5, and
he's
my wife coming in.
Hey,
saying,
listen. He the first man I ever seen to lose that amount of money on the phone.
Hey, wow. I'm telling you, at least losing in Vegas the right way on the table.
In person.
Right.
Yeah. And for those that don't know what Jamie's talking about, supposedly this was phone sex, a lot of things going on the phone that was inappropriate. So
I don't want a phone no more. I'm throwing all my phones away.
That's why I still got a pager and a pocket full of quarters.
If he still has a wife, that's what he's gonna have. He's gonna have a pager.
Absolutely.
If he still got a wife after that.
But man, man. I don't see him at Power 5, coach. It's not like I said, not as a head coach. He may get a coordinator opportunity, but not as a head coach. I don't see it.
It was bad navigating.
That's a big black eye. Yeah, that's a
bad navigating.
That was bad navigating. You know, like the brother said, you know, not too many Power 5 jobs go to people that look like Mel. So unfortunately, he's lost that opportunity. Like Jamie said, maybe God will bring back his way, but hopefully he can, you know, at least get his life together and get some things together for him and his family. So, you know, and I feel sorry for the recruits. You know, there's freshmen there, people that just committed there. You know, and it's shambles right now.
Definitely.
You know, so that's big right there. But we are on, guys, and thank you for rocking with us tonight in the Locker Room Show. We got the great Jamie Winborn. This is a 10-year NFL vet. He's saucing you up. He's got the Niners hat on, so he's good with me. But we are on, you guys, to the lightning round. So this is where the Vanderbilt education and speed is going to come into play for Jamie. And this is our version, you guys, our version of a little bit of word association. Lightning round, if you guys for the first time, the great Jamie Winborn has 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Tell us what's on his mind. I got some questions. I got some either or, and he's going to let us know. So Jamie has some speed. I'm going to get my stopwatch ready because I know they're running some screenplays pretty fast.
I took a couple hits now. Don't get it twisted. I done took a lot of hits.
He's being honest with us. So I got him at zeros. We got the zeros right there.
Okay.
And we're going to put Jamie through the lightning round. So he's got 60 seconds. This is unfiltered. We are officially live. He's going to tell us the first thing that comes to his mind when I mention some of these things. And we don't just do this for fun, Jamie. We actually got a little wager on it, man. So
let's go.
You can get 15 or higher. 15 or higher, then that's a dinner on the Locker Room Show. You get a dinner on the Locker Room Show. We're going to ship you some money. You're going to make it happen at your favorite spot, okay? So if you get 15 or higher, then it's on us tonight, okay? Or whenever you want. So I don't know if you got a significant other listening. They might have just leaned a little closer. But we got the Locker Room Show. This is the lightning round. So I got the stopwatch ready. You ready to go, big dog?
Here we go.
All right. First thing on your mind, and he gets one for tech delay. So even 14 is good, y'all. 14 is good. He gets one for tech delay. All right. Okay. First thing that comes to Jamie's mind. Number one, Wetumpka High School. Go.
Indians.
Hang glide or bungee jump?
Hang glide.
Hawaii or Jamaica?
Jamaica.
Best player you ever played against?
Marshall Faulk.
Terrell Owens.
The best of all time.
Steve McNair, he's rolling.
Tennessee Titans.
Mike Shanahan.
Denver Broncos.
Neil Long or Kerry Washington?
Neil Long.
Frank Gore.
Frank Gore. I thought it was somebody else. I'm like, no, Frank Gore. Yeah. Running back. That's my dude.
The SEC, Southeastern Conference. 50 seconds.
The best conference ever.
Derek Brooks or Brian Urlacher?
Oh, Derek Brooks. You see it right there, don't you?
Barbecue ribs and brisket. Time. Okay, we'll give him that.
He might have got
ribs?
close.
Did you say ribs?
Oh, you said barbecue.
Ribs or brisket?
Yeah.
Ribs or
I said barbecue. I meant ribs. My bad.
Okay, we'll
he been in Nashville, man. Got that
Come on now.
He been in that. Okay, we're gonna add them up, and then this one's just for me. This one won't count. But you going New Jack City or Juice?
New Jack City.
Okay. All right. So let's add them up.
Mino Brown, baby. Mino Brown.
So let's add them up, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna revisit. We always revisit a couple of these in the locker room, and then keep in mind, you guys, he gets one for tech delay, so even 14 puts them in the mix. So let's add them up. So we got Wetumpka, that's his old high school in Alabama. That's number 1. We got Hangline number 2. We got Jamaica number 3. We got best player number 4. We got Terrell Owens number 5. We got Steve McNair number 6. We got Mike Shanahan number 7. We got Neil on number 8. We got Frank Gore number 9. We got the SEC number 10. We got Derek Brooks 11. We got barbecue ribs 12. So he ends at 13.
Ooh.
He ends at 13. Very close.
Almost.
Very close, Jamie. You was rolling for a second. But let's you was close to the dinner, baby. So let's revisit. Let's revisit a couple.
Okay.
Once again, Wetumpka is his old high school. He's from Alabama.
It's Wetumpka. It's Wetumpka.
Wetumpka. Okay.
Wetumpka. I knew what you meant. Wetumpka Indians. That's why I said Indians.
Okay. There you go. And then he's going with the hang glide over the bungee jump. That was a tough one. Yeah. He's going with the Jamaica over the Hawaii. Now let's get into this best player. All the players that you done played against. You saying Marshall.
Marshall.
Yeah.
Marshall, man.
I can take that answer.
Listen, man. Marshall, man. They used him all. Listen, what they doing with McCaffrey? Marshall been doing.
Been there, done that. Yup. Been there,
and
done
Marshall,
that.
yeah, he been doing. He used to run the arrow routes and the double arrow routes, off coming off a enclosed receiver, F angled. Man, he was it. He could do everything.
Yeah, probably could have been an all-pro receiver, maybe even.
Yeah, man. And still run off tackle. Like he was unreal, man.
Yeah, he was just tough to tackle. You know, he was just slippery. He's just good. Like man, it's like, man, I thought I would knock him out all the time, but it just ain't that easy. It wasn't that easy, man.
And he got vision too. So
yeah,
with that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, heck of block, pass by, total package.
He was legit, man.
Yeah,
first ballot Hall of Famer right there. And then you played with the great Terrell Owens. You said he's the best, huh?
He's the best, bro. The best. Hey, when you talk about somebody come to practice every day. Yeah,
because you had to practice against him.
And he don't like nobody at practice.
Okay.
Yeah. You hear me? I ain't never seen him take it easy on not one DB, none of that. Yeah. And run 50 yards down there and jog back.
Yeah.
He legit.
That's ethic. That's work ethic.
Yeah.
That's work ethic, man. Yeah,
that down south work ethic. And then he's going with Neil Long over to Kerry Washington. He said Derek Brooks. He got the Derek Brooks on the back wall, and then of course the barbecue brisket. So we appreciate you, Big Jamie, coming through for us on the lightning round. And then we got some people in the comment. They done blew us up. So Chipotle on the locker room. Somebody want Chipotle? Is that my wife? What you talking about?
Oh, that's it.
You better come on downstairs is what you better do.
Yeah, there you go. And then we got the Alonzo Strickland coming in there. And the finest right
there. Let's tell you about the Wetumpka folks. That's
And
the
then
coach.
the family, Calvin Tammy said, give you some points going with the Neil Long. They
Of
going with the
course.
Neil Long.
Definitely.
So
I
there's
was gonna say my lady, but you didn't get that option, you know.
of course, no doubt. I'm sure. I don't want you on the couch. I don't want you on
I'm
the couch.
telling you.
And then we are all to having a ball tonight and thanking Jamie for coming in, laying it down in the locker room show. We're on to our final section of the show, you guys. So the comment section is obviously open. You guys been rocking it. If you have any questions for the great Jamie Winborn, do not hesitate to put them in the comment section. But Q, I know you had something that you were thinking of for Jamie.
Oh, definitely. So what I wanted to ask you, man, for tonight's show is because you saw success so early in your college career, what kept you grounded the rest of the time you were there? Because we've seen a lot of kids, maybe your own teammates, or you've seen on other teams, or you've seen kids, they come in freshman year early, get clocked early, and they take off and they end up tanking somehow because for whatever reason. But what kept you grounded and what kept you on a steadily ascending as far as your play while you were there?
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I got to Vanderbilt, I had a lot of older players. All three linebackers, played in the league. You know what I mean? Went to the league, right? That's Anthony Jordan, Carlton Hall, Jamie Duncan, right? And so, and also the cornerback Corey Chavis.
That's right. Corey was with you. That's right.
Yeah. That's who taught me about watching film and all of that. Him and Jamie.
Yeah.
And stuff. And all of the guys really, but we spent a lot of time with those guys. But so I didn't really care about the scoreboard and none of that kind of stuff, right? I was more concerned with after the game, watching myself on film and saying, dang, okay, I missed that tackle. I could have read that block better. I was into the craft of being a better linebacker, right? It was easy out there to me, but I just knew that I wasn't playing perfect type games. Like I still could get better at this. And they would always, and those guys would watch my film and call me and tell me, you had 15 tackles, but you should have had 20. That's just the type of way we work together. And I had that pressure of just saying, hey man, I got to get better. And I just stuck with that, man. I never felt like I was, so awesome, because I just got finished watching somebody that I really thought was really good. You know what I mean? Jamie Duncan ahead of me. So I'm looking at him, I'm judging what I'm doing based off of how many mistakes he was making and how, how did he grade out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I just wanted to get better, man. That's all.
Got you. Okay.
So you were able to stay grounded and know that there was more work to do.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I put it like this. I was I think I made freshman All-American, but I think I was second team All-SEC, right? And on that second team All-SEC, I think they were all first from second rounders.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
right.
It wasn't really, I'm my name out there with them and stuff, but I see their film and I watch them too, and they're better at certain things than me. And, they're not making as many mistakes and they're not making as many false steps, and you know what I mean? So I'm really into this game, like in being a better middle linebacker.
Yeah.
There you go. So, hey, you young athletes out there, there is no real magic to it. It's just find people that love it like you, that study it like you, and get with them and get it right. Just like Jamie was talking about, put in the work, put in those 10,000 hours. So, hey, Jamie, we kept you a little longer tonight, man, but we had a ball with you.
Yeah.
Welcome back anytime, brother. And we appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming in the locker room.
Hey, I appreciate y'all too. Much love. Yeah. Much love, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Definitely, my dude. Appreciate it, man.
All right.
There you go. So, hey, that is the great Jimmy Winborn, you guys. And, hey, he gave us extra time, Q. He was honest with us. He even gave us the Mike Singletary thing. Just a hell of a guy, man. Had a great career.
Definitely, man. Like you said, man, it's not a fluke. When you're there that long, you definitely doing something right. Doing something right. But it's going to always always boil down, whether it's high school, college, whatever level you on, it's going to boil down to work ethic, man. It's always going to boil down to work ethic. It's no way around
and to be honest, man, I think I just got distracted, dude. You know, you start getting the charter flights and you start getting the nice hotels and eating the training table. And you starting to feel, and guys around you going pro, and you starting to feel like yours is just going to fall in line. And the key thing, man, that I keep thinking about that he said was the navigating. The navigating the industry goes underrated.
It does.
Goes underrated, man.
It does. It does.
Because there's plenty of times where you're like, man, I'm not kissing this coach's butt, or nah, you know, and you're not navigating, just like he said with Reggie Bush, man. If I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna work out in the facility, you know, so that they see me. You know, I'm staying on my break, my summer break, or my vacation break, and they see me, you know. So
well, it's even more important, coach, especially, you know, with me in your career in college, because when you have kids that, if you do decide to not jump in the portal and you're playing for a staff that didn't recruit you, now you really got to navigate, because that was our story, you know, about you could be as cold as you want to be, but these guys didn't recruit you, so you really have to navigate. And I can agree, and that's where I ran into wrinkles as well with not navigating and bumping heads with these coaches, because
you didn't even know the game you were in.
Nah, and you can be I'm telling you folks, like, listen what I say. You can be an absolute dog, and a coach will tell a scout what they want, and it's going to be an uphill battle getting to that level. I promise you. I'm a living witness.
Especially if that coach has a relationship.
It's going to be an absolute battle. So you have to learn how to navigate. That was the best comment of the whole show.
Yep. And we picked up on it because, you know, it's a little thing in there, but we picked up on it because that's everything, man.
Yeah, it is. It is, man.
It's like, dude, you don't have to necessarily be the best one at that position, but if you can navigate what that coach wants, you're gonna see that field.
You will.
Yeah.
And when the scouts come in pro day, they're asking them, they're talking to them, you know, to get their opinion first. They, you know, so, and then they'll look and see what you can do athletically. But initially, man, they're going to your strength coach, your position coach, and your head coach.
Yeah.
And I was bumping heads with 2 out of the 3. So
so the odds wasn't good.
The guys was against me already.
Boy. And totally oblivious to it.
Absolutely.
Probably.
Absolutely, because again, it's about myself even being young and dumb and knowing you have the ability, and even if you have the work ethic, which you do need, but again, man, you need.
You're just thinking as Q Row number 7 at KU, you're just thinking the scouts will see the film.
Right. Right. Either live or film, or you'll see, or and you thought that's all you need, and you need more than that. You gotta have more than that, man, because these coaches, man, they have to be on your side. They have to be on your side, and they have to put, positive out about you.
And the great sports agent Fletcher says, "Great show," and he knows it's the
100%.
That's somebody that is an agent for professional coaches, and it's intangibles of those coaches getting the jobs too. Unfortunately,
100%. And that's why it's so important. That's why we love to have Fletch on the show, because of not only who he represents, but the stories and the information that he can give, because he works with the front office. So he'll be awesome to come on, because if you really want to know the sauce and really want to know what GMs are thinking about you and how they gauge a good player, or what's the difference between a first round and a second rounder that's not having anything to do with ability, that would be the guy we want to talk to. So we will do our best for y'all to get Agent Fletcher on, because when I say he's the best around, been doing it for over 20 years, man, we got the major sauce. So we'll be working on that behind the scenes.
And that's our community, you guys. You never know who's in here listening with you in the comments section, in the audience. You never know who we're going to bring on, but it's all geared towards serving you, you athletes, you parents, you coaches that want to be big in this football industry, because you very much so have to navigate this thing. You got to navigate this thing, okay? So, hey, we kept you a little bit longer tonight. We know that you guys got football that you're watching. You got football that you're going to be playing this weekend. Q, anything for the good people before we get out of? Oh, actually,
we got a winner.
We got work to do. Yeah, so
we got work to do.
Some people jumped off. Hopefully they didn't miss that thing. So let's get into this thing right here. We're talking about the custom cleats giveaway, y'all. That's what we're talking about when we say we got a winner. Now, we don't just have one winner, Q. We actually got three, brother. We got three. So our first place winner, who you're about to find out who that is here shortly, is going to get custom cleats. Custom cleats on behalf of the Locker Room Show. Also a custom back plate so you can look fly for the rest of the season. This is a pretty penny that the Locker Room Show is putting out for you to do your thing. So hopefully you're a ball player if you're the one who wins this. Now, we also got a second and a third place prize. So the second place prize is a gift card to Dick's Sports. And then the third place prize is a gift card to Battle Sports. So you guys are going to be set if you win this thing, if you one of the three. So let's get into it. And we wanted to do it live. This is live, but we wanted to do it live, but there's dynamics. So we actually recorded it, and I'm going to play it for you live here. And you guys are going to find out if you are indeed the winner. Now, if you are the winner, we'll be touching base with you to get you set up with Matt or get you set up with your gift cards. But we're about to tell you who the three winners are, and let's get this baby popping.
Oh, man.
Winner number one.
Who is it going to be? That's a lot of names, boy.
Yeah, we had a good turnout.
Who's the winner?
All right, so Tapeti, and hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, but Piney, you are the winner of the custom cleats giveaway. The custom cleats giveaway. So you're going to be looking good, Tapeti. And I think I might know Tapeti, but I might not. Let's see who is the second prize winner. So this is the gift card, you guys, the Dick's Sports gift card for $75. And that one is going to go to Javion Barnes. Javion Barnes, you got $75 to Dick's Sports, and you can look good for the rest of the season as well. And then our last winner, you guys,
who's
this
it going
to be? The $25 gift card to Battle Sports, and it is Brian Lee. Brian Lee. All right. So we got JVL, we got Tapeti, we got Brian Lee. You guys, hopefully, if you're watching, make sure that you're ready because we're going to be reaching out to you. Now,
I like that wheel, Coach. I was about to ask you for a vow.
Yeah. There you go. So you never know what you're going to hear in the Locker Room Show. But we got our winners. And then big time Tapeti, man. I hope you're a dog because we're going to connect you with Matt, man, and you can put whatever you want on these cleats and on that back plate, and hopefully you're someone that's making plays, not sitting on the bench. So that is what we got going on. Now, once again, we'll reach out to those three gentlemen. If you did enter into the raffle and didn't win, we appreciate you entering. We know that you subscribe to the Locker Room Show. We're going to make sure they subscribe too, or else they're not getting a prize. So in default, you anyway. But stay tuned with us because every single Thursday, you guys, we're bringing in the best of the industry to sauce you up, to game you up, to get to the next level. And we got plenty more prizes and surprises coming your way, too.
Thanks.
So, Q, before we get out of here, anything for the good people, man?
Oh, hey, absolutely, Coach. Exactly what Coach said. Stay tuned. Keep subscribing. The holidays are coming up. We might have another drawing again. Because I love to play Santa Claus. So make sure, pass it on, and we'll definitely see y'all next week again. You know, telling who's going to be on. Ain't no telling.
All right, you guys. Hey, we'll see you at the top. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.